Like, can we talk for a minute? You're a drummer. You should
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Can we talk for a minute about pocket? Now,
Sure,
I
sure.
know I'm just an acoustic guitar player.
Uh-huh.
I'm not an authority on pocket,
Uh-huh.
but I have hung with the most wonderful bass players in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really amazing when I look at who I've recorded with.
Yeah.
Some really fantastic bass
Mm.
players.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I talk to somebody like Victor Wooten about pocket,
Sure. Yeah.
it's hard for him to describe it because it's like, how does the fish describe water?
Right. Right.
Uh, uh, or like Will Lee, like I'm
Yeah.
recording this song with Will Lee,
Wow.
and he says, "Let's go back to bar 17. I had an out-of-pocket experience." And I say, "Okay, okay." But my perception of pocket
Hmm.
is the difference between like when you're not in the pocket,
Hmm.
it's as if you are trying to balance your note on top of where the note should go. It's like balancing a ball on top of a hill,
Sure. Right.
and it's
Right.
either like rolling off this side or rolling off that side,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's difficult. You're like trying, you're like, adjusting, you're like,
Right.
and then when you're in the pocket,
Mm.
it's like, no, you're just setting the ball in the bottom of the groove, of the
Yeah.
bottom of the valley.
Yeah.
It can't move.
Right.
Like you have the feeling like if you were to slow down,
Mm.
the click
Yeah.
would slow down
Right. Right.
because you're so in it that it's not even a different thing. It's just like,
Right.
no, this is how we breathe. This is how
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
it's so easy.
Yes.
And so for me, when I was first learning this, I learned it from actually trying to play bass. I would play bass on recordings, and it would take me all day.
Yeah.
But I would have these moments where I would like feel it.
Yeah.
And the part was simple. It's nothing complex,
Yeah.
But I was just like trying to feel what it does
Yeah.
to, and I started to feel this sense of there is a way that rhythm can be not just a round wheel that turns evenly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but it can be kind of like an egg-shaped wheel, where if you were on a cart that had an egg-shaped wheel,
Yeah.
you would get this push-pull, you would get this heartbeat, you would get
Yes.
this kind of like
Yes.
this movement, which is life. It's
Right.
like a pulse. It's
Yes.
and to me, the feeling of that opens this wild window into, as a culture, we don't even have language for it. You'd have to talk to like a qigong master.
Right.
You'd have to talk like someone who has spent years in meditation
Yes.
and has felt the self dissolve into the oneness,
Yes, right.
because that's what you're talking about.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
like when you're playing, but you're not even playing, you're just listening, and there happen to be notes that are coming from your fingers, but
Right.
how are they any different from any of the other notes? It's just,
Yeah.
and so my experience of pocket, it's like this microcosm. It's like, how deep do you want to go? Do you want to take the red pill or the
Right.
blue pill?
That's
Do you
right.
want to wake up from this or not?
Right.
And so the fascinating thing for me about music is it's all like that. Every little part of it. The customs of music are not just arbitrary customs. They have reason for being. They have powerful archetypal sort of missions in our life. And we get just a little fragrance of that nowadays. You read about how the Greeks used to feel about particular modes, and you think, oh my God, don't listen to that unless you're going to go off to war now, because otherwise it will make you crazy. And we think, oh yeah. But the power of music, when we let it really move in and through us, is very different than the way most people come to music.
Yes.
Most people come to music, like Frank Zappa would say, not to listen to it, but to wear it. They want the band t-shirt. They don't necessarily like the sound. They use it to sort themselves out according to what demographic appeals to them. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right. Right.
But when the power of music moves through our minds
Yeah.
to a place where it's speaking a truth that is bigger than our separation.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Then there's lessons there. Then we glimpse something, we get a taste of something that we say to ourselves, oh my God, I want that in my life. Not just while I'm playing. I want it all the time.
Right.
So for me, what happened was I would hear a really good song and my heart would come alive. And I would say to my heart, don't worry, we'll find it.
Wow.
And I'm not talking about one more song. I would say to my heart, I'm going to find a way to live like that. I'm going to find a way that I can speak with that bravery, with that vulnerability, with that truth all the time.
Wow.
And that was my goal. And I was using songs to get there, but songs were not the goal. I didn't want to write more songs. I wanted to learn how to be more authentic, using songs as a compass, you know, the way you'd use a compass on a trail.
Yeah.
The compass is not the destination.
Right.
It just happens to line itself up with something that's bigger than the whole world. And you can put it in your pocket.
Right.
So that's what music is for me. It's a thing that is small in itself, that is somehow aligned with something huge, and therefore I can navigate with it. That's what I use it for.